to reveal what he knows this week and insists that Russia may not be the culprit. Listen to this.
I know a lot about hacking, and hacking is a very hard thing to prove, so it could be somebody else. And I also know things that other people don't know, and so they cannot be sure of this situation.
Like what do you know that other people don't know?
You'll find out on Tuesday or Wednesday.
You'll find out on Tuesday or Wednesday. And what does he know that other people don't? Welcome back, Abby Phillip and Jackie Kucinich. You know, Abby, there are two things there that are interesting. He says he knows things that other people don't know. Well, what other people? Is he talking about the intelligence services who've been looking into this? Does he know things that they don't know, or has he been told things by them that the public hasn't been told?
You really do have to wonder. I mean, he has been getting intelligence briefings. These conclusions about Russian hacking aren't just coming from one agency, but from several intelligence and law enforcement agencies in the country. And you would think that if that information had been distributed to Trump, they would also have been distributed to President Obama, for example, or others who've received these briefings. But I put this in the category of things that Trump says where you have to basically just wait and see. You know, years ago he said, oh, he sent private investigators to Hawaii to check out Obama's birth certificate. We know that that didn't happen. It's not uncommon for Trump to make comments like this that really have no basis in fact. And so we should just wait and see if on Tuesday or Wednesday he has something to say that we don't know.
But Jackie, maybe he doesn't mean that he has information from intelligence, his intel briefings. He does know, I'm sure, a lot of things that the rest of us don't know because he is getting intel briefings. But maybe he means like from Rex Tillerson, or maybe he means from somebody with ties to Russia. Maybe that's where he's getting some of his information.
Maybe. But I think Abby's right. I think we do kind of have to wait and see what he says, because right now you saw a really interesting thing yesterday and throughout the week when it comes to Republicans who very much believe that Russia was involved and did this, and Donald Trump. Yesterday you saw Tom Cotton talk about stronger sanctions toward Russia. There was no doubt in anything he said that Russia was responsible, where you saw Sean Spicer saying you had to wait and see. So you do see this talking past each other, and because Congress is back in session, because Donald Trump has the ability to get rid of a lot of these executive orders that President Obama has put in, including the sanctions on Russia, it'll be interesting to see how these two meet and how these two eventually meet, because they're going to have to have a discussion about this in the very near future.
Let's play what Sean Spicer had to say about this weekend, about whether or not Donald Trump accepts that Russia was behind this hack into the U.S. election process. Listen to this.
Does he accept that Russia was behind this now?
Well, I think, like I said, he has to have the briefing from the intelligence community
next week. So he's still not there yet.
It's not a question of not there yet, Jonathan. It's a question of getting the information. Everyone in the media wants to jump forward and make a conclusion based off other sourced information, you know, anonymous sources that are coming out of the intelligence community. He's going to do this right.
Now, Sean was saying everyone in the media wants to jump ahead, Abby, but Jackie brings up it's not just everyone in the media. This is Republican leaders, right, in Congress, including people like John McCain, Tom Cotton, people who want to hold hearings on this and look into it. And it'll be very interesting to see how far these Republican chairs are willing to push this. Do you have a sense if they're willing to push this beyond what the incoming White House will want to see?
I do think they are. I mean, this is one of the few issues that Republican hawks and folks who have been really focused on the issue of Russian influence are not necessarily willing to give way to Trump on this. I think they feel like the role of Congress is to be a counterbalance to the executive branch on an issue like this in particular. I don't think Trump is going to be able to ease into a more comfy relationship with Vladimir Putin quietly without Republicans having a say in that process.
You know, Jackie, one of the things that Mr. Trump and his team keep coming back to is, hey, the intelligence community got it wrong on weapons of mass destruction. They got it wrong in the lead up to the Iraq war with disastrous results. We've had lawmakers on here who have told us changed since then. There used to be this siloing of information. We've really worked to have the intelligence community, you know, share things and do it better. But that's what he's hanging his hat on. And a lot of Americans think that that's a pretty legitimate thing to go with. Until you can see actual proof with your own eyes, why just take it lock, stock, and barrel from the intelligence community?
think that's why some of the investigations that are going to go on in Congress that are public are going to be very interesting and very important to watch. So that all the facts are out there, and so we can see the overwhelming evidence that, hopefully we can see some of the overwhelming evidence that has made lawmakers make up their mind on this issue. But you do have intelligence officials on the record saying this now. So just how Donald Trump handles this after he gets his briefing will be something that all of us will be watching this week.
It's a series of tests, right? It's a series of tests now that are in place. What will he say after he gets his briefing this week? What will he tell us, Abby, if he tells us anything this week? And you're skeptical whether or not he will. And then what will he do after January 20th when it comes to Russia, when it comes to Vladimir Putin? Will he try to reverse some of these sanctions? The actions he takes or doesn't take will be crucial.
Yeah, and the real question is he going to be willing to use his political capital on this issue? I mean, it is not unlimited, as most presidents who come in know. You don't come in with an unlimited well of goodwill.
And by the way,
on the Hill,
his favorability ratings are lower than we've ever seen for a president in transition. So when you talk about coming in with goodwill, he may have less than other new presidents.
Right. I think there's a lot of talk right now from Trump about that sort of. It suggests that he might want to go in this direction, but the real test will be, will he push Congress on the sanctions issue? We know that's going to take convincing of Republican colleagues in addition to Democrats who are likely to remain very much unified on this issue. And will he do more to actually change the U.S. posture toward Vladimir Putin, even if it means alienating the intelligence community who has come to him basically saying, we believe that these were basically nefarious actions on Putin's part. And Donald Trump is basically saying he wants to wait and see. He doesn't believe the intelligence community. These are the people who are going to be guiding him throughout his presidency. That relationship is going to need to be managed from the moment that he takes the oath of office.
All right, guys.